Okay, today we're at El Dorado Golf Course, and this is a little bit different. So we're gonna be doing 9 murder mystery stories, true crime stories, and playing 9 holes of golf. Let's see how this goes. Daniel and I will be playing on the same team. Let's see how low we go. First hole of the day, no warm-up, dog leg left, par 4. I know that doesn't make sense to a lot of people that don't golf, but we'll just roll. We're just gonna hit this shot right now. Try to hit it straight. There we go. Sit. That look good? I ain't gonna zoom in on that one. We'll just leave it.
First murder mystery of the day. The mystery of Elisa Lam. Okay, the disappearance. On January 26, 2013, Elisa Lam, a 21-year-old Canadian student, checked into the Cecil Hotel. By February 1st, she had disappeared. Her case took a chilling turn. On February 19th, guests reported discolored and foul-tasting water in the hotel. It was later discovered that Elisa's body was floating in a rooftop water tank.
Oof. I remember talking about this one time.
Yeah.
This is disgusting.
So this is where it gets really crazy. There is a video of her in the elevator. So the most unsettling piece of this puzzle is surveillance footage from the hotel's elevator. In the video, Elisa is seen acting strangely, pressing elevator buttons erratically, hiding in the corner, and moving her hands in bizarre ways. It appears as if she's interacting with someone or something that isn't even visible on the camera. This eerie footage left many wondering about her state of mind and what might have happened to her. Now, there's multiple theories that go with this case and a lot of investigation, but the first one is, how did Elisa get to the rooftop? To access the rooftop, Elisa would have had to bypass security measures, such as climbing the fire escape or entering through a locked door, which triggers an alarm.
Right.
And there were no signs of the alarm going off.
To get up there without nobody noticing is insane. Like,
right.
It's not practical.
The next thing is, how does she manage to get in the water tank? Once on the roof, Elisa would need to climb a ladder and lift a heavy tank lid to access the water tank. The clothes she was wearing were also found in the tank, suggesting either they were removed before or they were thrown in after she was thrown in.
See, that's where it gets really weird, right? Like,
yeah.
What, is she gonna take off her clothes?
Right.
There's other people involved for sure.
Yeah, there's also another theory. Could it be a mental health factor? Elisa was bipolar and on medication, while some theorize her mental state could have contributed to her actions. Her toxicology report was clean though, ruling out drugs or alcohol as factors. So it couldn't have been drugs or alcohol.
Right.
Another thing is, was there foul play? Despite some initial speculation, there was no signs of trauma on Elisa's body, making the idea of murder less likely. They examined her body, no signs of foul play, no signs of like murder.
Right.
Another theory is supernatural influence. Okay, this is where it gets a little bit different. A more outlandish theory is that Elisa might have been influenced by a ghost, particularly the spirit of Richard Ramirez, a serial killer who stayed at the hotel in the 1980s. However, this theory lacks scientific evidence and is based on interpretations of the footage, because we do see her interacting with something in the elevator.
Right. The footage is really eerie because you see her, I get it. There's a chance that maybe it was mental health issues, but the way she was interacting, it seemed like she was talking to someone. Like there was someone there.
In the conclusion, Elisa Lam's death remains one of the most perplexing and haunting cases to ever exist. The combination of eerie footage, unanswered questions, and the hotel's grim history makes it a chilling mystery that continues to captivate and unsettle those who hear about it.
I know we've talked about this before, where we've said that that we would go there eventually, go to the hotel.
Right.
If this video gets 1,000 likes, we're gonna go. 2,000,
oh boy,
1,500, 1,500 likes.
We're gonna go.
We're gonna go.
Okay.
You heard it here first. Let's go hit a shot. All right, we got 86 yards to the pin, front flag. Let's go. Sit, spin. Oof. All right, middle of the green, a little long. All right, Daniel. The ball is up.
Now needs to sit.
All right.
We're putting.
So what's your final conclusion on the Elisa Lam?
Just seeing how there's no evidence of the alarm going off, how could she get to the roof? There's no way she could have gotten to the roof without there being a ghost.
Or somebody.
Someone had to trigger the alarm.
That's true.
Unless it's someone that works in the hotel.
Yeah.
That could be possible.
Inside job.
Right.
No way. No way. Wait, what the heck?
Why are you so surprised?
Good putt.
Thank you.
All right, well, good job. So we're 1 under through 1. Basically, for everyone who doesn't understand golf, that was a par 4. We made a 3 on it, so that's 1 under par. What was our goal?
Let's try to go for 8.
8 under. All right. Ambitious. I like it.
What are your thoughts on the Elisa Lam?
It's hard to believe that she did it all by herself.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of weird that it's unsolved, you know?
Right.
Like, there's still a lot of questions that need to be answered, and it's weird that the higher ups in like the criminal justice system didn't research it a little harder.
Yeah.
There's so much public attention on this case, and still to this day we have no answers.
Yeah, it is a little sketchy.
We do know this though, they changed the name of the hotel, right?
Yes.
So it's no longer called the Cecil Hotel. Hole 2, 360, pins, middle, straight hole. Let's try to get another birdie here. Daniel's probably just gonna bomb driver. He could get pretty close to the green. I'm just gonna play it safe and hit a smooth driver, keep us in play, because I can't hit the ball as far as Daniel. So let's see what we do. Oh, get a little left. Oh, it hopped out.
It did?
Yeah, hopped out of the
Nice.
bunch. Let's see a drive. Oh. It went over there to the right.
It was hit hard.
It was hit hard, probably like 370.
The next murder mystery, hole 2, the boy in the box.
The boy in the box. This is a really disturbing one, just saying.
This one is very disturbing. On February 25th, 1957, a discovery was made in a illegal dumping ground in Vere Road, Philadelphia. The body of a young boy estimated to be around 4 or 6 years old was found inside a cardboard box. The boy, weighing about 30 pounds and standing 3'3", was naked but wrapped in a blanket. His hair had been cut, his body washed, and he had small scars suggesting a recent medical procedure. The cause of death was determined to be head injuries. Shockingly, there were no witnesses.
Very weird.
Yeah, the discovery took an even darker turn when the body was found. Initial confusion surrounded the case, particularly because the boy was found in such a remote location. Strangely, a young man who found the boy waited a full day before contacting the police. Even more bizarre, another man had also found the body, but chose not to get involved.
What is wrong with society?
Yeah.
Unless they're in on it, unless they do
Right.
something.
Okay, here we
That
go.
makes them suspect.
The investigation. The police struggled to identify the boy, despite their efforts, including sending out 400,000 flyers and comparing footprints and fingerprints. There were no leads. Investigators were shocked by a lack of concrete evidence, and the boy's identity remained a mystery. So this is where it gets interesting. Clues from the box. A significant clue was the box itself. It had a serial number that led investigators to a J.C. Penney store. The box had been used to ship a bassinet, but all purchases had been paid in cash, leaving no trace of who bought it.
Weird.
The police managed to trace the box to Upper Darby, Pennsylvania, but it yielded no useful information. So the box was a dead end.
How's it a dead end? Like, how does it stop there?
Right, but it's because there were no tracings of who spent the money on the bassinet. It was a cash payment.
And this is all before surveillance cameras and stuff?
Right. Strange findings. Additional clues included a blue corduroy hat found near the box, traced back to a small company in Philadelphia. The hat's owner was a man who had customized it but was never seen again.
Wow.
The guy who bought the hat,
Yeah.
the lady was able to kind of piece together who it was,
Yeah.
but it led to no one because he was never seen again.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. Also, strands of hair were found on the boy, suggested a recent but hasty haircut. So the hair was cut on the boy recently.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Right.
Okay, 75 yards. Got to put one close. Up and over the tree, maybe?
It's over the tree, and it's in the tree. Did it drop?
Yeah,
Dropped in front of the tree?
that wasn't a very good plan.
All right, we got to send this high and hit it with some spin on it.
It's up. Got some spin.
All right.
Oh, nice shot.
We got a putt. Gotta get another birdie.
Now we move on to the theories. The potential father theory. Lou Romano and Jim Hoffman suggested that the boy might have been sold by his father. A man who rented from a Philadelphia landlord was suspected of selling his son. Forensic analysis indicated similarities with a possible relative, but no concrete proof was found. Medical examiner theory. Remington Briestrow, a medical examiner devoted to years of solving the case, he speculated that the boy's family may have been avoided coming forward to avoid being charged. So the boy did have a family, and they found the family, but they have wanted to avoid being charged.
What would you say your conclusion is of the case then?
I mean, clearly it had to be his family.
Inside job, like
Yeah.
someone in their family, his family killed him.
Yeah, and for reasons we don't know. Yeah. That's the whole mystery. We don't know motive, but I think it had to be the family.
Wow, sounds like it.
Yeah.
Who else? I mean, there's so many loose ends, it doesn't
But
make
it
sense.
is weird that the hat was there.
Right.
And we never saw that guy again.
Yeah.
All right, for another birdie.
Birdie, back to back. I don't want to have to putt, so just make it. Big D, let's go.
Oh, I blasted that.
Did I make you laugh too?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad, my bad. What do you think? Inside right?
I think right edge.
Oh, dang.
Oh, that hurts. That pierced the heart.
Right through it.
Yeah.
Dang.
What are your thoughts on the boy in the box?
Well, like you said, the hat issue really is interesting because, like, where did that man go?
Right.
How does a man just go missing like that, you know?
Okay, we're on hole 3, par 3, 154. Let's try to make a birdie. Oh, I pulled the heck out of that.
Get a little left for me.
Nice. We're putting.
We got a putt.
Okay, next case, the murder in room 1046.
Ooh, is it? I haven't heard this one, huh?
Yeah, this is a little bit a new one. This is a new one. On January 2nd, 1935, a man identifying himself as Ronald T. Owen checked into the hotel President in Kansas City, described as being between 20 and 35 years old with a scar and cauliflower ear.
So he must have been a wrestler.
Or he just got into a lot of fights.
That's true.
Owen's belongings were minimal, just a brush, comb, and toothpaste. The maid, Mary Soptic, noticed that Owen kept the room dark and locked the door from the outside, though he claimed a friend was expected. Little weird behavior.
Yeah.
On the following day, Owen was found in his room with the door locked from outside and him lying in the dark. Soptic noticed a note saying, "Dawn, I will be back in 15 minutes. Wait." Owen seemed uneasy and requested to keep the room dark. Later, a woman in the neighboring room reported hearing loud voices and cursing, though a party was also happening on the same floor. So this was loud. Owen's behavior was odd, and a woman dressed in fine clothing was seen around the hotel that night. Horrific discovery. On January 4th, a bellboy found Owen's room phone off the hook. Upon entering, discovered Owen severely beaten, tied up, and covered in blood.
Oh, gosh.
Despite extensive injuries, Owen was still alive, but unconscious when found. He died in the hospital the next day.
Wow. That's crazy.
Let's go make this putt.
All right, let's see him make a putt.
Let's give it a run for the birdie.
Ooh, good try.
Close.
Oh, I blasted that. Oh.
All right, we got the par.
We got the par. So, the guy was found dead.
Yeah. Or no, he was found injured,
Found
but then
injured.
died in the hospital the next day. And he had a lot of weird behavior in the previous days.
It's almost like he knew.
Yeah.
See, my whole thing is, if he was beaten, obviously there's multiple people involved.
Yeah.
It's not just like he woke up. It's like there's not like a chance there was like mental illness involved. This is
Right.
100% someone beat him up.
Yeah.
So we know that there's foul play for sure.
Right. Now we're just trying to figure out who did the foul play.
Right. So in your opinion then, what do you think the foul play is?
So, this is what we think. There's a theory that Dawn, the one he left the note for,
Yeah.
was actually the one who beat him up and killed him. Now, there's a theory that Dawn acted alone, but we don't know who Dawn is. We just know there was a note left for Dawn,
Yeah.
and that to wait there for 15 minutes.
Right.
And then we don't know who he is. Next thing, Dawn had an accomplice. A commercial woman seen around the hotel might have been involved, the one with the fine dress,
Yeah.
right? That could have been a possibility that the woman actually killed him.
Right.
Jealousy motive. One of the theories suggests that Owen was killed for infidelity, with an anonymous caller suggesting a personal vendetta. This is really like open-ended case.
Yeah.
Like there is no leads, like at all.
It's unsettling how there's so many people involved.
And it turns out they actually identified Owen. That's not his actual real name. It's actually Artemis Ogletree, and he was a 17-year-old from Birmingham.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Why do you have a different name?
So it's a completely different alias.
That's scary.
We really don't know.
That's why it's unsolved.
Yeah.
Okay, so currently we are 1 under through 3. We have a par 5 here.
Let's eagle this
We
thing.
got to eagle this. We
Yeah.
have to eagle it. I'm just going to try to hit a high cut here, right over that tree.
I didn't see it.
Great shot. That's perfect. I mean, I don't think it's going to show on camera, but it's so good.
Yes! It feels so good to hit a good one. All right, hole 4, the Keddie Cabin murders. On April 12, 1981, in a remote town of Keddie, California, the Sharp family, along with some friends, went to bed in cabin 28 at the Keddie Resort Lodge. What transpired next was a brutal crime that shocked the entire community and remains an open case to this day. The following morning, Sheila Sharp, who had stayed at a friend's cabin next door, discovered the bodies of her mother, Sue Sharp, her 15-year-old brother, Johnny Sharp, and Johnny's 17-year-old friend, Dana Wingate. They were found in the cabin bound with electrical cords and viciously attacked. Sheila's 12-year-old sister, Tina, was missing, and her remains were later found under suspicious circumstances.
Oh my gosh.
The investigation. Upon discovering the bodies, authorities were baffled by the scale of violence and the absence of clear witnesses. The crime scene was grisly, with blood splatters indicating violent struggle. Among the evidence were a bent steak knife, a bloodied butcher knife, and a claw hammer.
That is like the most random things to...
Yeah. Despite the overwhelming brutality of the scene, the investigation struggled to gain traction. The Sharp family's 2 younger brothers, Greg and Rick, along with their friend Justin Smart, were found asleep and unharmed, adding to the mystery of how the attack unfolded without their knowledge. So, Greg and Rick were in another room in the cabin while this all happened.
Yeah.
And they slept through the whole thing.
That's suspicious.
Yeah. But they're very young. Very young kids.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so the main theory is the cover-up theory. Many suspect that local law enforcement, including former Sheriff Doug Thomas, may have been involved in a cover-up.
That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Police are involved. It's a cover-up.
Because they have no idea who did this. For some reason, one of the Sharp sisters were found miles away.
Yeah.
They weren't even found on the scene. The remains were found later. The entire Sharp family was killed except for one that was staying in another cabin. There was 2 other boys in the cabin that didn't hear what was going on.
Which is weird.
There's blood splatters everywhere.
And I get it. If they're kids, they might not, they
Right.
sleep heavy, but I find that hard to believe.
Right, so I think the fact that there's even a theory that law enforcement could have been involved,
Yeah.
it's very clear that there's definitely a cover-up.
Right.
Because the fact that we don't know any suspects,
Yeah.
there's a cover-up.
Yeah, because when you think about it, like I was saying earlier, right? You have all these loose ends, all these traumatic things going on, and you're not gonna find the person
Yeah,
unless the people on the inside are involved, you know?
yeah.
All right, so we got a par 5 here. Dan hit a great drive, probably 370, 380. We gotta go try to make an eagle.
Okay, 159. I'm going with a hard pitching wedge into the wind. Let's try not to pull this one. And I shanked
You did not
instead.
pull it, but you did shank it.
I didn't pull it.
We got to get on the green. Come on, be the number. Sit.
Oh, great shot.
All right, thank you. Yeah, I mean, everything seems to be pointing that.
There had to be a cover-up.
Yeah.
Because the fact that there's all these weapons found, one has a bunch of blood on it, one's bent, they have this crazy hammer. You're telling me that there's no witnesses, there's no nothing.
So let me ask you this, just really quick.
Yeah.
What do you think is the motive here?
See, that's we don't know.
Right.
That's-
There's a lot of unanswered questions, right?
Right.
Like if we knew, oh, maybe the parent did something to somebody or
Yeah.
something, this is just gonna feel weird, not knowing. It's gonna
Yeah.
bug me.
Yeah, because there's literally nothing.
How do you feel about your chances? Are you think you're gonna make this?
Oh, yeah.
We have about a 20-footer for eagle.
Yeah.
Left
After
to
that,
right?
after that shank, I got to do something.
Yeah, come on, you gotta make up for that. You did hit a good drive though.
I was gonna walk it in.
Oh,
but that was way off.
that was not walking. Did it just not break?
I think I hit it a little. I didn't hit it too firm, but yeah, it just doesn't break much.
Be the ball, come on. Break. Oh.
Gosh, what a weird putt. Birdie's not bad.
That was a pretty easy putt, I thought. I haven't golfed in a couple weeks, and it's so weird, the feeling on my putter. I just want to ram it right now.
Yeah.
It just doesn't feel good.
I won't say it for you, but I feel like I got the yips right now.
Hey, shh. We don't say that word around here. Jeez, what are you doing, dude? You know you're not supposed to say that.
I didn't know that. Is that a rule?
Yeah. All right, we're 2 under through 4. Gotta get some eagles.
Okay, hole 5, the JonBenet Ramsey murder. On December 26, 1996, Patsy Ramsey found a ransom note in her Boulder, Colorado home reporting her daughter JonBenet missing.
Right.
The child's body was discovered later that day in the basement of their own home. The ransom note. The note demanded a very specific amount of $118,000, which was close to John Ramsey's bonus that year. So the father's bonus.
It's kind of a weird number.
Yeah. It also contained peculiar threats and seemed to be written on paper from inside the house. This has led many to question its authenticity. So people think that it could have been someone in the family.
Right.
Which is absolutely insane.
I know.
So the crime scene. JonBenet was found with a duct tape over her mouth and a cord around her neck. There was evidence of a bludgeoning, but the autopsy suggested asphyxiation. DNA was found at the scene did not match any known suspects, and the crime scene was compromised. So the suspects, we have a list here. The Ramsey family, initially suspected due to the inconsistencies in the nature of the crime scene, but the DNA evidence later proved them not guilty.
Weird.
Bill McReynolds, a local man with odd behaviors and a connection to the case, but no solid evidence linking him to the murder itself.
Just to be clear, I think recently this case got closed, right?
Did it?
Yeah. I think they figured this out like 6 months ago. Or a year ago. I think so. I could be wrong.
Great. Gary Oliva, a convicted sex offender who had a discerning connections to the case but was not a match to the DNA evidence. John Mark Carr confessed to the murder but was proven to be in Georgia at the time of JonBenet's death. His DNA did not match the evidence of the crime scene.
Yeah.
So he admitted it, but he wasn't even in the area.
Right.
DNA evidence. The DNA found on JonBenet's clothing was eventually considered potentially unreliable due to issues with the transfer of the DNA. This casts further doubt on the possibility of using DNA to definitively rule out or identify suspects. But now that this case was solved,
I'm pretty sure it was solved. Comment below what you guys think happened. I believe this case was closed, but I'm not sure.
okay.
It just shows I need to do more research. I totally forgot about this case. It's one of the most iconic cases in true crime history too.
But what a wild case, because the family was a suspect. The DNA didn't match. People thought that it was people from their own home.
Yeah, that's weird.
Okay, par 4, 413. Got to keep a birdie train.
I lost it.
Down the middle.
Straight down the middle. Great shot.
Thank you. Hit it a little low on the face, but it's okay.
Do I even hit?
Yeah, you got to just whale that one.
He hits the ball so far, I don't even need a hit. This is just for like exercise at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. I mean, it's good, but there's no way I'm even close to his. Like, there's no way.
Actually, you might have got me.
Get out of here.
No, I'm serious.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You see what's so weird is that this all happened in 1996, right?
Let's see.
I believe so, 1996. And we are now in 2024.
Yeah.
And this case had so much coverage, media coverage, that it's crazy how it wasn't solved until now. And even when cases get solved like 20 years later, 40, 30 years later or so,
Yeah.
it's really weird to me. Like, you're telling me what, this evidence appeared right now? Like, it's just weird that maybe there's some inside job stuff going on that really doesn't make sense.
Right. Look, you got me.
I got you?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, guys. I hit the ball further than Daniel.
Let's go.
He's a professional long drive hitter too. Second place.
And you beat me.
Second place. That makes me
First.
That makes me second and a half. Right?
Yeah.
Or 1.5.
Yeah.
1.5. Where are you at? 1? I'm coming for you.
Where are you at? 1? I feel good. I think I'm going to put this one close. Calling 7 feet.
7 feet?
Yeah.
All right, I'm only going to zoom to 7 feet. If it's not there, you owe me $100.
Okay.
Oh! Maybe 7 feet in front of you. That was bad. I got to hit the green for us.
Yeah.
Could it get a little left?
All right, we're putting.
That is not very good, but we're putting. We're putting, and
That's all we need.
That's all we need. What would you say is the hardest part about golf? If you had someone said, like, out of all the things about golf, what makes it the hardest sport out of all sports? You played basketball.
Yeah.
What makes it harder than most sports?
I think it's definitely the mental aspect of it.
Yeah.
But it's also having like the ability to be like so repetitive, right? You have to replicate like the exact same swing.
Right.
And I remember you told me this a while ago. It's like, it's a game of misses.
Yeah.
You have to accept that you're not going to hit your target.
Right.
And be okay with it.
Yeah, because if you were like perfect at golf, you would make a hole in one every time.
Yeah. And I think that's like so like hard mentally, because when you shoot a basketball, it's like Oh, I'm gonna make this like for sure.
Right. 15 feet here for birdie.
Everyone, make sure you fix your divots.
Fix your divots.
See over there? Not a fixed divot. Messing up the course. No respect.
Make up for the chunk right here.
Sinkhole di Drano. Wow.
Which way did it go?
Right to left the whole way.
Wow. We need this putt.
We do.
I'm walking home if this doesn't go in.
You're walking home.
I'm walking home.
Okay.
I'm walking to the car and leaving you here, actually.
Oh. Well, that's a little different.
So you better hope this goes in. Oh my gosh. All day.
You're burning edges out here.
Dang
Good par,
it.
good par.
With 2 under 2 5s?
Yeah.
Dude, we gotta step it
We gotta
up.
pick it up,
We gotta
man.
step it up.
You gotta pick it up.
We're
all right?
here.
You gotta
and
pick
you gotta
it up.
go like jump a couple. All right, we're on hole 6. This is where we're gonna go. We're gonna send it hard.
Yeah, we gotta go.
You know when Wolverine says, "Let's effing go"? This is now.
Yeah.
This is
That's how I feel right now.
And if you're not in the game,
Yeah.
get in the game.
I'm trying.
You gotta get in the game.
I'm
You gotta
trying.
get your head in the game,
My head's there, but I just feel like my heart's not.
dude. You better bet on it right now and freaking go, because we're all in this together.
Yeah.
All right, we got a par 4 here, hole 6, 376. We got to make a birdie here. Go past
Jeez
the tree.
Louise.
Picture perfect.
See? We're in the game. We're in the game. He wailed at it. It's just over there.
A little bit right.
A little bit.
Just on like 2 holes over. Okay, next case, hole 6. I want to talk about the Tylenol murders.
Ooh, okay, so Tylenol murders, it involves Tylenol, right?
Yes,
The
yeah.
over-the-counter medicine that everyone pretty much
Right,
takes.
the painkillers,
Right.
right? It's like an Advil.
Yeah.
September 29th, 1982, the city of Chicago is plunged into chaos as 7 unsuspecting individuals fall victim to a nightmarish plot. They took Tylenol capsules only to find themselves facing a slow and agonizing death.
That's so scary to think about.
Yeah.
Tylenol, of all things.
Now, get this. Among the people that died,
Yeah.
12-year-old Mary Kellerman, 27-year-old Mary Reiner, 31-year-old Mary McFarland, 35-year-old Paula Prince, 27-year-old Adam Janus, 25-year-old Stanley Janus, and 19-year-old Teresa Janus. The horror reached its peak when the Janus family suffered a tragic chain reaction, with Adam's sudden death leading to simultaneous deaths of his brother and sister-in-law. So Adam
Yeah.
died. I think he took Tylenol and there was poison and he died. Now, the stress from their brother just dying, the rest of the family then took Tylenol because they had headaches.
Right.
They took the same Tylenol that he took. They also died.
Yeah.
The investigation quickly zeroed in on a sinister pattern. The Tylenol capsules had been deliberately tampered with and laced with potassium cyanide.
Well, that will do it.
Yep. The implications were terrifying. Cyanide, a deadly poison, had been hidden in these common over-the-counter pills, and the impact was devastating, with the victim suffering from doses that were thousands of times over the legal limit. The stakes were grimly high. A city in panic. The scale of the crisis was unprecedented. Johnson & Johnson, the maker of Tylenol, responded with an emergency recall of over 31 million bottles.
Wait a second. 31 million bottles?
Yes.
So that means there's a lot of people out there that could have possibly been.
Or someone laced this specific bottle.
Right. Okay.
The company's swift action, coupled with a massive $100,000 reward for information, created a media frenzy. As a fear gripped the nation, people scrambled to hospitals, overwhelmed poison control centers, and clung to every shred of news they could. Chicago, once bustling with everyday life, became a city under siege, with loudspeakers blaring warnings and the entire country on edge.
Dang.
Let's try this 7 feet thing again.
You owe me on this one.
I owe it to myself, actually.
Yeah, you owe it to the viewers.
Yeah. Whoa,
Did it go over the green?
that go long? You know what? I hit it good. I hit a good shot, just
All
a little long.
right, all right, yeah. All right, we got 96 yards. Once again, I got to hit the green. Go hard. Go. All right, we got a putt. Got to get the game together.
Okay, so these are the suspects of this case. A man named Roger Arnold, A dock worker with peculiar ties to the victims emerged as a suspect. His connections were alarming. He worked at a warehouse linked to one of the victims and had access to chemistry equipment. His refusal to take a lie detector test only fueled the suspicion.
Yeah, that sounds weird.
Yet despite his suspicious behavior and a later violent crime, authorities never gathered enough evidence to charge him with the Tylenol murders. This has gone down as one of the most unsolved mysteries because nobody knows who laced the Tylenol. They don't know how many others may have been laced with Tylenol.
Right.
31 million bottles recalled. We don't know the mystery.
Yeah. There's still some more suspects, right?
Yeah, there's more suspects.
All right, we'll get into it after the putt.
Right to left.
It's a long putt. Come on, dude. Send it home. Do it for Troy Bolton
Troy Bolton.
and Happy Gilmore.
My childhood heroes. I played too much right to left.
I think so.
Yeah.
Here we go. We need this putt.
One ball outside right, drain it.
Oh my gosh. I can't feel my hands.
I can't feel my hands. What I learned when you have these putts, don't give them any respect. Go up there with confidence and you drain them.
I really don't want to have to putt this. This is not the best showing of golf. We're gonna show you something good now. I think we're gonna get it together here.
Yeah.
We got to.
Got a par 5 next.
Yeah, we got a par 5 next.
Theodore J. Kaczynski, the Unabomber connection.
Ooh.
The notorious Unabomber was another unsettling suspect. Known for his bombing campaign and eerie return address, Kaczynski's background and the circumstantial evidence linking him to the Tylenol case made him a person of interest. However, the connections were slim, and despite his dark history, no concrete link to the Tylenol poisonings was ever established.
Yeah, I mean,
If they can't find
Unabomber.
anything, yeah. James Lewis, the extortionist. James Lewis was perhaps the most enigmatic suspect. A handwritten letter demanding ransom was sent to Johnson & Johnson, and it contained his fingerprints. The letter was a chilling manifesto detailing how easy it was to poison the capsules. Dude, it's this guy, come on.
It's gotta be.
Lewis's past marked by violent tendencies and criminal activities added to the suspicion, of course. Yet his bizarre extortion attempt and subsequent conviction for unrelated crimes left many questions unanswered. His refusal to discuss the case and his odd claim of innocence only served to heighten the intrigue, but nothing was found. Guys, seems like to me that this James Lewis guy was the one.
Fingerprints, the manifesto.
He wrote a letter to Johnson & Johnson?
Yeah.
Come on. And he's basically saying how easy it is to poison capsules. That was the letter.
Yeah.
He sent a letter to Johnson & Johnson saying how easy it is to poison capsules.
Right, and how would you know if it was easy unless you tried it?
Right.
Right?
I think it was
I
James
think we
Lewis.
can close this case right now.
Yeah.
We're gonna close it on the golf course right here. Just call us detectives at this point. Just to give you guys a little update on their score, we're 2 under through 6. Now we got 3 holes to go. We can get this together. We have the most challenging holes ahead. Hole 8 is one of the hardest holes on the course, if not the hardest. Hole 9 is super. It's not easy. It's hard.
Not, yeah.
So we got to eagle this hole and birdie the next 2, which is going to be a really intense moment of golf.
And you know what? We're going to do it.
All right. Mr. Troy Bolton over here.
I like how when I say that, you just go, all right. Like,
I like it. I like the confidence.
I need to get my game together.
But if you need to say that to, pump yourself up.
You know, okay, this
Yeah,
is
let's go,
this is what I learned,
Yeah.
okay?
Okay.
Sometimes you need to be so delusional with how you think of things in golf
Yeah.
that's what helps you. Like, I have to be so delusional that I could shoot under par
Yeah.
to actually make
I mean,
myself
yeah,
do it.
to be honest with you, guys, you have to believe in yourselves, because if you don't believe in yourself, you're going to suck.
Yeah.
In anything in life. You got to just believe that you're there to achieve, and you're going to win, and you're going to do well and work hard.
Yeah.
Because if you shoot for the stars, you will at least be better than you were when you didn't shoot for anything.
Wow.
See that? Boom.
Well said.
You're welcome.
Well said.
You're welcome. Now, apply that to your life.
Well said.
All right, we got a par 5 ahead. We got to eagle this. We just got to bomb a drive down the middle, hit a shot on the green, and make a putt. Sounds easy, but it's not. But today,
It's
we
easy.
We have belief.
Yeah.
That's why we're going to do it. Oh, just stay a little right of the bunker then. All right, show us something.
All right. Let's try to keep one inbounds. Inbounds on this hole. Oh, jeez. I think we're in the same exact spot.
It's all right. It's all right.
Hey, plus I kept it on this hole.
Yeah.
Okay, this next case of Bobby Dunbar. Now, I've talked about this
Ooh,
case.
I remember this one.
They actually made a movie on this case.
It's called like The Changeling, right? With Angelina Jolie. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead, sorry.
Yeah. So August 23rd, 1912, 4-year-old Bobby Dunbar vanished while his family was vacationing. Despite a frantic search involving dynamite and divers, no clues emerged from the lake, leading to speculation that Bobby might have been taken by an alligator or taken by someone else. As the weeks dragged on, the search extended to cities like New Orleans, but hope was dwindling. Now, I just kind of want to talk about this case because I remember talking about this on the podcast.
Yeah.
So they couldn't find Bobby. Now they're sending out all these like searches trying to find him, and one day this kid comes forward and says he's Bobby Dunbar.
Right.
Now he looked very similar.
Yeah.
He had similar like features, like moles, like scars. He had very similar features to Bobby. What was really weird is Bobby would always call his mom, he would call her Ma, like M-A, right?
Yeah.
Instead of mom or mommy.
Right.
After this kid said he was Bobby Dunbar, they're like, okay, he matches. Let's just give him back to his mom.
Uh-huh.
So now the mom is living with this child, thinking that it's Bobby. But once the kid called her mom,
Yeah.
she knew exactly that it wasn't her son.
That's weird.
So Bobby's mom then went to the police, said, this is not my son. And I don't know where my son is, but this is not him. So now the police are like, no, lady, this is your son. They didn't want to believe her. They decided to put this kid to the test. They said, okay, if this is not your son and he's not from this town, he would not know how to get home if we just dropped him somewhere random in the town.
Right.
So what the police did was they took this so-called Bobby and they dropped him in the middle of town and they said, find your way back home.
Yeah.
And the kid did it.
Wait, I forgot about that part.
The kid found his way back home. Now, given this, the kid has been acclimating to this home.
Right.
He's been living here.
Yeah.
So the fact that he could find his way home is not unlikely. It's very possible that he could have found his way home.
He's been there long enough to know.
Right.
Yeah.
It's really weird how the mom was basically forced to have this kid, and
And she knows in her heart it's not.
she knows in her heart it's not.
Yeah.
So also what's really crazy about this case is the so-called Bobby grew up, married, and had kids, and he passed away in like 1966, right? But what's crazy is the mom had to live her entire life knowing that this kid wasn't her son and that she doesn't have any clue where her actual son went because they stopped investigating. They're like, that's your son, so you need to live your life with him.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. And,
See,
and she'll never know.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
We got 177 here. Front flag. This is our chance to attack. We got to take advantage of this par 5, get the eagle, because no one wants to watch bad golf.
Nobody.
Nobody. So we're going to show them.
Does anyone else get really nervous when they see like people on the side of the green? Like they know, they think they're in the clear, but when I'm hitting, they're not in the clear.
No, they're not. All right, but now they are.
Okay.
Let's see it. Come on, Daniel. All right, pin high, just about 20 feet to the right.
Did that
30
just
feet?
land and stop?
Yeah, it just landed and stopped. All right, I got to try to kill this shot. Hit a hard 7-iron right here. Oh no, get right, Ryan. Oh, horrible shot. It's all right, you're on the green.
We're
Dale's on the green.
putting-
Dale's on the green. I'll put your club away for you.
So what do you think happened to Bobby Dunbar?
Well-
Because there is the theory that on vacation that he just got eaten by an alligator.
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance, right?
Yeah.
But then who's this kid?
Right.
Like, that's the whole thing.
This kid was actually...
Is there a chance that maybe the mom was like mentally like not right and she just didn't realize who her son was?
Yeah. But I think what also is scary that some people have said that the kid
Yeah.
actually admitted it, that he wasn't Bobby
Later in life?
later. Yeah. And that he was just a young kid trying to find a new life.
Oh,
Yeah. He was purposely faking it.
wow.
Yeah.
He's a hustler.
He's a hustler. Let's go make this eagle.
All right, good shot, Daniel. Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
I put one on the green.
Now we just gotta make this putt.
Yeah, it's
Gotta
pretty,
make this putt. Great
pretty
shot.
long one.
Your ball's a little dirty there. You want me to hawk 2 on your ball?
Hawk 2 on that thing.
Oh shoot.
I was kind of joking.
I know. Ew, that's your ball. I'm sorry.
Is that weird because we're brothers? That you just Hawk 2 it on my ball?
I don't know. It's fine.
All right, you think right to left here?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what?
Come on, we need this.
Let's try to drain this, man. Wow, that actually broke a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
We need a highlight here.
Yeah. Let's get a Sports Center highlight.
Sit. Oh.
Another one of those putts. Just don't respect it. Should I go up and walk it in?
Nice. Thank you. Good birdie.
3 under through 7. Gosh, we got to pick it up on these last 2 holes.
Yeah.
Hole 8 is actually the hardest hole on the course. Actually, 9 is a hard par 3 too. Okay, the next case I want to talk about, we've actually talked about this, and Netflix made a show on it called The Watcher.
Ooh, okay, yeah. I remember this now.
So there was a family that actually bought a house. This house was like, very nice house. It was like basically like their dream house. Family's super happy, but then they get a letter in the mail, and it's like very mysterious letter, and it's saying like that someone is watching them, and they're trying to figure out like who was the previous owner of this house, like why are we getting these letters all of a sudden? Because it's like, I could understand if it's like a prank, but they started to get sent so many letters that it didn't seem like a prank. And also there was a lot of weird behavior within the neighbors. So like the neighbors started acting weird. They couldn't really trust their neighbors. They tried to go to the police. The police didn't know what to do because it's like there's no like direct threat. It's like they're just getting letters that are just saying they're being watched. They really didn't know who it could be. And there was times where it was like there's people that are walking by and they'd be super paranoid, like that's the person. And they just started calling out everyone because it was just like people walking by, it could be them, it could be them, it could be them. So then it's driving this family crazy. To this day, they have no idea who it is and who was sending those letters.
Wasn't there someone living in the house?
Yes, that is a theory that someone was in the house screwing with them.
Yeah.
Now, there was no like solid proof of that though, but that it is a possible theory.
And they moved out of the house, right?
They did move out of the house.
And they continued to get letters.
I think they got like 1 or 2 more.
At their new house.
Yeah.
All right, par 4 here, hardest hole in the golf course. We got to step it up. We got to end with these 2 birdies. We end with these 2 birdies. Please hit the subscribe button. These next holes are going to be very hard to birdie. So let's do this. All right, dog leg left, par 4. We got to hit a bomb.
Hit a bomb. Camera won't pick it up, but that was pretty dang good. Let's just wail on one again. That's in the parking lot. Hit hard.
Hit hard.
But yeah, the Watcher case has to be one of the most eerie things to ever happen, because if you moved into a house and you just started getting random letters, that's pretty crazy. Let's talk about some theories about who this Watcher could have been. So first theory, kind of obvious theory, an external stalker. Theory suggests that an outsider, possibly a neighbor, was responsible for the letters. Despite suspicions, no clear evidence was connected to any of the neighbors in the neighborhood, which is actually really scary.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Another one is family fabrication.
Ooh, another juicy one.
Yeah, another theory proposes that the Brodus family, which is the family that moved into the house and was receiving the letters, they might have staged the letters for personal gain, though this idea lacks very strong evidence. So there's really no evidence that this would happen, because this is a crazy thing to fake. I mean,
it's like crazy to think that it's even possible to do.
To get the police involved in everything, it just doesn't seem like it was faked or staged.
Right.
Another one is just a random stalking. Now, this person just could have had a fixation to the house, like they had a personal attachment to the house. They just wanted to like kind of mess with this family.
Yeah.
Because they had a love for the house maybe, and they didn't want to see it go to another family.
Which is plausible, but
it's plausible.
That's weird that they didn't catch him.
That's the weird thing. They could suspect, oh, stalker, external stalker, family faking it, something like that. But there's no one that points to a name. That's what's crazy about this case. No names have been pointed to.
And how's there no record of the previous owners?
And what's weird is, like, even if like the previous owners were still there, would it have made a difference? Like a crazy difference? Because maybe the previous owners were receiving letters. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's true.
I guess if you guys want to learn more about this case, you could watch the Netflix series, because it is very eerie how everything goes down for this family.
It's crazy how, like I don't know what I would do, but I would definitely get out of that house.
Right.
Or I would turn it into like an exhibit and charge people to come.
Yeah.
Like make it like, oh, this is the Watcher house.
Figure out how to make some money on it.
Yeah. And we just purposely send letters to each. When you stay here, you get secret letters.
Maybe they staged it.
Maybe they did. Now everyone's talking about it. They got a Netflix series off of it. I'd say we got about 136.
Okay, 136. I'm gonna go a light gap.
All right, pin high.
Okay, pin
on the
high.
left.
We're putting. Attack.
You think there's no wind?
I don't think there's any wind.
On
Still
the
a good
front.
shot.
I need to hit the ball closer to the hole. We need to get it right there.
That would be ideal.
That would be ideal.
Yeah.
But today is just not ideal. It's not It's not going there.
It's just one of those days.
We gotta birdie this whole, because we said subscribe if you birdie it. If we birdie this.
Then let's birdie it.
We gotta birdie it.
You're putting all the negative energy out there.
No.
Like it's like how I did it.
Okay. We're making this.
Yeah, we're making it.
All right.
Left to right.
Left to right.
For the birdie. We need
this putt.
I got a couple.
Let me see the eye of the tiger. Let me see it. All right, there we go. It's the. Oh.
Okay, we parred.
Gotta birdie this, the hard part 3. I really should have lined that up better. This is like where the mental lapses happen. Right when I hit it, I knew. I was like, okay, that's missed, right? Let's go birdie. We gotta birdie
We're
this
gonna
last
birdie
one.
this one.
We gotta birdie it.
That hole is in the past.
Hole's in the past. We're
It's
in the present.
past. Yeah.
We're in the present now.
We're on hole 9 now.
Hole 9.
Yeah.
We're birding this.
We're birding this. Okay, the case of Gloria Ramirez. On February 19th, 1994, Gloria Ramirez, a 31-year-old woman suffering from cervical cancer, arrived at Riverside General Hospital emergencies room around 8:15 p.m. Her condition was severe with a dangerously high heart rate. As medical staff attempted to treat her, they noticed an oily sheen on her body and a strange, fruity, garlicky smell emanating from her mouth. The mystery: while drawing blood, nurse Susan Kane observed a chemical odor and unusual particles in the blood. Shortly after, Kane and several other staff members, including medical resident Julie Gorchinsky and respiratory therapist Maureen Welch, they began experiencing symptoms such as fainting, burning sensations, and a difficulty breathing just from examining her. A total of 23 out of the 37 emergency room staff were affected, prompting the evacuation of the hospital and treating the affected personnel in the parking lot. You're telling me 23 out of the 37 people working in the emergency room examined this body and were affected and were fainting? That's insane.
That whatever she had was so contagious.
Yeah. Despite extensive investigations and a hazmat team search, no toxic substances were identified in the hospital environment.
What?
They found no toxins. Gloria Ramirez was pronounced dead at 8:50 p.m. and her body was isolated for further investigation. An autopsy conducted 6 days later failed to provide conclusive results, leaving the cause of the emergency room a mystery.
What the heck?
So she had this garlicky, fruity smell coming out of her mouth.
Yeah.
She had an oily sheen on her skin.
Uh-huh.
And all of a sudden, the emergency room people started fainting.
What's crazy is you think like at the hospital they would be able to test it and find out what it is right away.
Exactly. Let's talk about the theories. Mass hysteria. The California Department of Health and Human Services proposed that the symptoms experienced by the staff were a case of a mass sociogenic illness triggered by the perceived strange odor. This theory suggests that the symptoms were psychological rather than physical, but it is controversial due to the scale of the reactions.
Yeah, you're telling me
23 out of the 37.
All this hysteria?
Yeah. 23 to 37. And the next one, dimethyl sulfone reaction. Now this is chemical.
That's weird.
Yeah,
Sounds
the Livermore Laboratory theorized that Ramirez might have used DMSO, dimethyl sulfoxide, which could have interacted with the oxygen administered to her, forming dimethyl sulfate. This toxic compound could potentially cause the symptoms observed by the staff. I guess dimethyl sulfate could cause the whole fainting, the symptoms they're experiencing.
I guess so, but how rare is that?
Yeah.
Like a 0.05% chance?
Yeah, you're telling me that she used dimethyl sulfoxide and it had a reaction with the oxygen she had. Hospital conditions. Ramirez's family believes that the poor hazardous conditions at the Riverside General Hospital might be responsible for the incident. They cited previous reports of dangerous conditions, including toxic gas leaks.
Well, that could be it.
Yeah, notable irregulations include the reversal of an initial autopsy finding that unexplained suicide of a key investigator, adding fuel to their suspicions of a cover-up. It definitely could have been the hospital.
Yeah. And I sadly don't put it past like a hospital to like cover it up and just try to pay out of pocket. Just like, hey, look, we're gonna settle this out of court. Let's just.
The next theory and final theory, the most outlandish theory, alien abduction.
Hey. Nothing's out of the question when it's not solved yet.
Some internet theorists suggest that the incident might have involved extraterrestrial activity. Citing the unusual and unexplained nature of the emergency room reactions, this theory remains speculative but is not supported by evidence, but definitely adds some intrigue to the case.
It definitely does add intrigue.
I'm just going to say this. It might sound crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not ruling that one out.
Of all the ones, you're like, I'm not going to rule that one out.
Okay, I think it's either the hospital or an alien.
Yeah, I think the toxic gas thing seems pretty plausible.
Yeah, if you're telling me that you're theorizing that she took dimethyl sulfoxide and it reacted with the oxygen. You're telling me some gases in the hospital can't react with something, the oxygen in this person, and cause her to have these things? And who knows, it might not even be her, like the Ramirez, you know?
Right.
She could have just had bad breath.
Yeah.
And
Which is possible.
right.
It's at dinner time, right? It came,
Fruity, garlicky.
she came in at night, right?
Yeah, 8:15 p.m.
So after dinner, which is in garlic is like in like 50% of food or 60%
Right. So
of food.
So you're telling me that it won't be a gas leak that's in the hospital? It's definitely a gas leak in the hospital.
It could be.
Yeah. Especially if they had issues with like irregularities in the hospital.
Yeah.
Come on.
I know. All right, guys, we need to birdie this hole. It's the last hole today.
It is the hardest par 3 on the course.
If we birdie this, please hit the subscribe button and the like button.
We're gonna birdie it. I have the tiger.
The tiger. Hopefully, you know, if you guys like this series, we can continue to do more and our scores will get better. I promise you. Let's go. We got 191 back flag. I honestly thought like we are gonna have like 160, but 191. Dang it. Oh, we gotta birdie this one.
We are going to birdie this one.
No, yeah, we are gonna birdie this one. We are. Oh, that's pretty good, isn't it? Just a little left.
Back left. I don't think I'm on the green though. Get us on the green, Ryan.
Go hard. Go. Ah, just on the front.
Putting.
We're putting. It's a long look, but it's a look.
A look's a look. What do you think is like the best golf snack?
Best golf snack.
Yeah, like one that you will never get sick of on the golf course.
I like the Chomps beef sticks.
Okay, that's a good one.
I think beef sticks are really good. I know the PGA Tour players even like beef sticks.
Yeah.
I think first tee bars are good, but
Oh.
if I eat more than one, I'll feel sick, so I just stick to the one. It's not like something you can continuously snack on.
Yeah.
But let's go make this putt. Come on. It's gonna go left to right.
Left to right.
So
You think it's a lot left to right?
I think it's a good amount.
All right.
Come on. We need this.
I feel good. I didn't hit it hard enough.
Come on. Come on. Oh. Dang it. Oh my gosh, this is rough. Well, thank you guys for watching. We shot 3 under. We're excited to keep doing this, so make sure you comment what's some good stories you want us to tell next, and let us know what course you want us to play next, and hopefully it's a better showing of golf next time. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you are new to the channel, please smash the subscribe button, hit the like button, also comment what you guys want us to talk about next week, and let us know what's your thoughts on this new concept. We'd love to hear your thoughts.
And we'd love to do it again.
So let us know. Thank you guys for watching. See you again soon.